Hi, in this video we will be training you on how to use a string trimmer. The first and most important point on string trimmers is they are loud and caution should be used at all times while operating. Earplugs and safety glasses should be worn at all times. The primary use of string trimmers is to trim out areas that mowers cannot reach and to help produce a finished look. Parts of the string trimmer: fuel tank, the choke control lever, air filter, stop switch, the throttle lockout lever, the starter handle, the throttle control, loop handle, lower shaft, and the trimmer head. Fueling the string trimmer. There's absolutely no smoking while fueling any piece of equipment, including the string trimmer. We always want to fuel up on the bed of the truck or on a trailer to prevent fuel spills on concrete, driveways, or in the grass areas, which could kill the grass. When fueling the string trimmer, make sure you're using the correct type of fuel. 2-cycle fuel is what you want, and there's a slight blue tint to the fuel as you're putting it in. Make sure that we want to use the right type of fuel, as it can damage the string trimmer if you use the wrong type. When fueling the string trimmer, use caution when taking off the fuel cap, as pressure can build, especially in warmer months, and blow droplets of gas out. So use caution and make sure you have your safety glasses on. After fueling, make sure we put the fuel cap on tight. Do not over tighten the cap, as it can damage the rubber gaskets in there, causing leaking of the gas tank. Starting the string trimmer. Place the string trimmer on a solid flat ground. Adjust the choke accordingly to the engine temperature. If the string trimmer is cold, then we want to use a full choke. If it is warm and has been used over 30 minutes ago, you could probably use a half choke. If the string trimmer was just ran, probably no choke will be needed, but you might have to use a half choke as well. Hold the string trimmer down with your left hand, grab the starter handle with your right, and pull repeatedly until the string trimmer starts. After the string trimmer is running, you want to give it 10-15 seconds and then turn off the choke. We never want to run the string trimmer with the choke on. It always has to be off. Now we're going to go over how to hold and walk with the string trimmer. Hold the string trimmer firmly with both hands on the right side of your body so the muffler faces away from you. Your left arm should be straight and your right arm slightly bent. Stand tall and hold the trimmer at waist level. The cutting head will still reach the grass. Move slowly and steadily, right to left, to direct clippings away from you as you walk. The proper trimming height is the same height as the grass is being mowed, normally anywhere from 3.5 to 4 inches. Always use caution around people, cars, houses. String trimmers can throw debris such as rocks, sand, up to 50 feet. So especially with bystanders and people walking by, you want to stop and let them pass and then continue on with your job. So string trimming, you always have to stay vigilant and be aware of your surroundings, especially with people. Small kids can sneak up on you. Just be very cautious because they can cause damage. Sometimes we'll need to trim out large areas where mowers cannot get to. At this point, you want to use a smooth back and forth sweeping motion and try to get the height similar to what the mower is cutting at. When trimming on a hill, always start at the bottom of the hill and work your way up to the top for better balance and safety. Never trim going backwards, for it can cause you to trip, fall, or run into something and cause you to fall as well. Trimming is a service that our customers pay for. However, there will be some times when your areas on the property do not need trim due to lack of growth. We always trim around mulch beds, tree rings, buildings, poles, mailboxes, curbs, sidewalks, and any other obstacles in the yard. Develop a pattern on how you will trim the property accordingly to how many crew members will be trimming. This will ensure that the entire property gets trimmed and nothing is left out. When you need to restring the trimmer, there are a few steps to follow. Grab the head and you will see 2 circle tabs. Push both of these tabs in and the cover should come off. Once the cover is off, push down and slightly turn and pull the spool out. Remove any old string that is left. You need 2 string lines the same length, about 3 arms length long. There are 2 holes in the spool. Insert the string line in these holes, and on the back of the spool is an arrow which shows you which way to wrap the string. There are 2 notches on each side of the spool to hold the string line in place when you reassemble the head. It is important to maintain a professional image at all times, especially when using a string trimmer. Always show courtesy to bystanders, and when you're not using the string trimmer, make sure it's always locked up in the truck. Never leave equipment unattended that is not locked up, as it can become a target of theft. Thank you for watching this quick training video on string trimmers. If you have any questions or concerns, be sure to speak with your foreman or supervisor or a mechanic on proper use of a string trimmer. Thank you.